everyone, today's video is a little different than my normal videos, and it's because I'm talking about a very serious topic. This topic isn't one that everyone can handle, and I might upset a few people, so if you don't feel comfortable with this topic, feel free to click away from the video. I won't be offended. Today I'll be talking about pedophilia and Stephenie Meyer. No, I'm not accusing Stephenie Meyer of pedophilia. I'm referring to her books, which are the Twilight series and The Host. Note that I have not finished the Twilight series yet, but I feel like I have a good grasp on this concept to talk about this openly in a video. So I feel like it's really easy to skip over this part, but as someone who was, I don't call it groomed, but as someone who was 17 and made uncomfortable by an older man, I really pay attention to ages and books when it comes to romantic relationships, and I've noticed some problems in Stephenie Meyer's books. Yes, I absolutely love her books, I completely love her books, I really, really do, but she has some problems with pedophilia and age gaps. And now age gaps aren't a bad thing unless it's between a minor and an adult. So let's start off with The Host, because that's one where it's the worst, and then I'll get into Twilight because it's not as bad, but still not okay. So in The Host, basically what happened is Melanie meets Jared when Melanie is under 18, and they fall in love when she's under 18. But now, as far as the book state, they don't really do anything until Melanie gets older than 18, you know? But the fact that they were clearly falling in love and romantically and sexually attracted to each other when Melanie was still a child and when Jared was older is definitely a major problem. Oh, I just realized I have two different colors of nail polish on. What? But that's definitely a problem. Let's not normalize that. Let's not include that in books. And it really frustrates me because it would have been so easy to just make Melanie over 18. So easy. There would have been no issues. The Host was so easy to make this issue better. She could have completely gotten rid of any hint of pedophilia that was in the book. Because the book was already super long as is, and it didn't need to be that long, and if you just had taken pedophilia out, it would have taken out like 10 pages of the book. Or maybe less than that. It wouldn't have been that big of an issue. We wouldn't have gotten anything taken away from the story, you know? The second issue in The Host is that at the end of the book, Wanda gets put into a new body. And now this new body is that of a child. And a child is anyone under 18. And Ian is older than 18. And they are in love with each other. And she lies about her age because she knows that the body is younger than 18. Now here's the thing, this one is a little bit frustrating because it would have been so easy to just put her in an 18-year-old's body, in a 19-year-old body. It would have been so easy, so easy, but yet Stephenie Meyer purposefully chose to put Wanda in the body of a child and to make that a plot point and to make Wanda lie to Ian so they could still be together. That is not okay. If an older person is trying to get romantically involved with you and you are under 18, just stop. I know that sometimes you're like, age doesn't matter, oh, they're just 19, I'm just 17, they're in college, but I'm still in high school, but we get along, we're still in the same age group. Just stop. Unless you both started dating in high school when you were under 18, that's not okay. It's so easy when you're in the stages between 12 and even into your 20s. It's so easy to get groomed by older people without even meaning to, because you think it's your first love and you're falling in love and whatever. It's not okay. Well, let's move on to Twilight. So Bella is 17 in the first book, and she falls in love with Edward. He is 17 as well, but he's a vampire, so he's actually hundreds of years old. That is a little iffy, but it makes a little more sense because he's a vampire and they're both in 17-year-old bodies. However, they break up, okay? They break up in New Moon, okay? They do. And then that means they aren't dating. And Bella turns 18 in New Moon, which means that Edward is still in the 17-year-old body. And then they presumably get together by the end of the book. I haven't got past the breakup part, and I know what happens at the end of the book. So it's how hard would it have been to have Bella maybe start in her sophomore year of high school, and then she could move up a couple years, and then by the time she gets turned into a vampire, she could be 17? You know, it wouldn't have been that difficult. So Stephenie Meyer seems to have a thing for these age gaps. Here's another thing. Jacob is 16 in New Moon. And I know that there is some romantic stuff that happens between Bella and Jacob. Bella is 18 in New Moon. Jacob is 16. I mean, it's not the worst thing because Bella's still in high school, but it's still not great, because Jacob is a child and Bella is an adult. So yes, this was my rambling thoughts and frustrations with Stephenie Meyer. I'm not making any accusations about Stephenie Meyer and her being a pedophile or anything like that. That's completely not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just saying that she so easily could have fixed these problematic elements of her books. to make it so they weren't problematic and that they weren't trying to normalize these inappropriate age gaps. So yeah, I really hope that this video was informative. If you have thoughts on this topic, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I'm just so frustrated with Stephenie Meyer because I love her books. She is a great author, but she includes these weird age gaps that aren't okay, that aren't necessary, and that so easily could have been just chopped out of the book. So easily. Feel free to subscribe to me if you haven't already, and I will also link all of my other social media down in the description below. As I said, I love Stephenie Meyer's books, and this is no way sending hate to her. This is just saying like this stuff needs to be talked about because it's not okay and it makes me extremely uncomfortable, and I'm sure it is the same to other people. Hopefully my next video will be a little more happy because I don't like to talk about pedophilia often. If ever on my channel, I don't like to talk about really sensitive and triggering topics. I just really need to get this off my chest because this is a major issue in the books. And I feel like just because we like Stephenie Meyer and we like Twilight books and we like the host, I don't feel like we should be ignoring this topic. Like, yes, talk about the hard topics in the series that you love. It's okay, we can start these conversations about these topics. We can acknowledge that there's problematic elements in the books that we love, but we can still love those books. It doesn't make us a bad person. So yes, I'm gonna go relax now for a little bit, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye!